What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the eveRide channel, where I'm actually riding whoops while on the phone with my wife. I mean, not right now, I'm talking into a microphone, but you can right now hear me letting Jess know what to order for the group.
Hey, a little bit over here. Good. Hey, so we're going to do 3 carne asadas and a chicken bacon. I'm actually not going to eat much.
Anyway, I apologize for the lack of recent videos. I felt like I was on a roll with getting more videos up, pushing my business to, over this kind of hump that I've been on. And then on the first ride of the first rally of the fall season, right after the burrito order was placed.
No, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
So you can go ahead and laugh at my gasping for air and repeating, "Oh no," over and over again, as I'm realizing that not only is my whole left arm obliterated, but my whole business just disappeared for the next 6 months. The internet is a horrible place, as you know, and there are plenty of you who are cheering to see me eat just a total mouthful of crap, so go ahead and enjoy, all you haters. The masochist in me does actually think it's kind of funny now that I look back on it. Now, as motorcyclists, we all know that it's not a matter of if, but when something like this happens. I'm really fortunate that it wasn't worse, but that crash still snapped my arm clean through the humeral head. That's the ball that goes into the shoulder socket. Luckily, they say it was a clean break, so no surgery, not a whole lot of glassed bones everywhere, but that also means it's literally just been dangling off my shoulder for the last month, supported only by my muscles, which feels still weird to me. I've also got major sprains and tissue damage in my elbow, wrist, and my 2 outside fingers on that left arm. I re-injured a bunch of ribs and cracked my sternum and generally just turned into a flabby bag of melted Skittles. Part of the gratuitous and pasty, unsculpted man flesh and partial nudity, but hey, I just thought I'd show you how my arm's looking. So, sorry for not putting anything out lately. Editing hasn't really been too comfortable, and I'm a pain med lightweight, so even if I did edit something together, odds are it wouldn't make any sense. So you might be wondering what happened. Did the Kove just completely crap out, or what's going on? You can see here there's this little washout that happened during some heavy rain in the past. On camera, it looks minuscule, but when we walked back there after the crash, this little squarish edge was about a foot deep, maybe a little deeper. You can see my friend Eric hit it on his WR450F that he has dialed to perfection over many years, and it almost bucked him too, but he's a far better rider with the dialed bike. For me, with an unadjusted shock on the Kove, it was a stink bug into lower orbit. So if you are going to pick up a Kove, or you already have, make sure to get that suspension adjusted before you really start hooning around. Speaking of Kove, I'm so sorry, you guys. There's a lot of you asking for that coupon code or a link to use to get to their new website at kovemotousa.com. And they haven't given it to me. And for me anyway, I keep getting this scary looking error when I try to go to that site. So if you are ordering a Kove 450 Rally for yourself, please use my old link to the GPX website. I'll put that down in the description below. Or go ahead, call GPX and tell Marty, she's super cool. Tell Marty that eveRide sent you, and doing this will score you $200 off your Kove purchase. And if you've already bought a Kove through my link or with my name, please check out my pinned comment below and respond to that with the date that you bought yours. I'm doing that just to help me be on the same page as Kove when it comes to these referrals, making sure that, the referrals are correct. So doing that would be awesome for me. So, needless to say, this last month has just sucked. There has also just been a lot of crazy stuff happening in the world, and honestly, I've just been really quite depressed, and you know what that means for me. We have another horrible war happening in the Middle East. Nobody wants that. We've got mass shootings. I generally stay away from a lot of news articles and social media just for my mental health, but with my arm all jacked up, being out of the garage, being off the bike, what I'm normally doing, I have been on social media lately, and I'm just horrified at what a dumpster fire it all is now. I mean, I was looking through YouTube Shorts, and in the space of like a half hour, I kid you not, I saw people getting shot and killed, people getting stabbed, robbed, mobs fighting, dead children, people getting beat to death, people being pulled out of the road, idiots sitting in the road, getting beat up by people who, I don't know if it's justified, but want them out of the road. And just so much hate. There's so much hate in the world and so much suffering. And this isn't from the Middle East or Ukraine. These are videos from right here in the United States. So now that I am feeling a little better and I can like dress myself again.
I dress myself.
I really wanted to
a
make
little
a
narrow.
video that just helps us take a step back. For those of you who are familiar with the book of Matthew, it's got a nice little
there a way
message
out
that
up
you'll
there?
recognize. So enjoy this montage from the final riot at the Reef rally that happened up near Capitol Reef this summer, and enjoy.
Waking up in the flower bed, the sun is up, table set, we eat and drink. Body and bread, blood and wine, there's a time to live, time to die, and a time to be. Slow down and listen for a heartbeat. With everything in motion, say a word, hold a hand. Life is not the sum of what we plan, but the in-between. This miracle of human life and the body and time that we occupy, it is all together sacred. Slow down and listen for a heartbeat. With everything in motion, oh, here now, see the beauty that is woven in every single moment. La da 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 da, la da 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 da. La da 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 da, la da 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 da. Tomorrow's still a mystery. Don't worry about what you wear or eat. Just stop and smell the roses. Nothing here is guaranteed, but the love surrounding you and me, it will hold us together. Slow down and listen for a heartbeat. With everything in motion, here now, see the beauty that is woven in every single moment. In every single moment. Slow down and listen for a heartbeat. with everything in motion. Here now, see the beauty that is woven in every single moment.
So I sincerely hope that you enjoyed that montage, enjoyed the scenery and the message and the lyrics. Hopefully that helps us put some perspective among all the crazy and the hate that goes on in the world. Anyway, guys, I've been doing this somehow for 10 years, and I know how awesome and supportive this community is. I've hesitated to make a video talking about my crash or the business because I've seen firsthand the generosity of this community for a long time. And I never, ever want to take advantage of that. If you've followed anything that I do, I got rid of my Patreon. I'm not really promoting being a producer anymore. If I'm receiving any kind of financial support from this community, injury or not, I always want to provide value in return. That's why I've kind of phased out the Patreon thing. And that's why I avoid doing these, Las Vegas style giveaways and hawking a lot of useless merch with my logo on it. That's just not the way my moral compass points. It's not like it's a bad thing, but I don't feel comfortable doing that. And usually I'm not huge into pushing a lot of affiliate sales, because that's just what a lot of channels, that's all they do. But since this injury has wiped out a huge chunk of this year's income, and I'm kind of struggling to know if Kove will come through with their promises with the referrals, Jess and I are kind of going full gazelle to try to keep things afloat this winter. People probably think I make all kinds of money because, YouTuber, blah, blah, blah. I'll just put it out there. Just like the mental illness, just like the stuff that I talk. I mean, I'm an open book, but yeah, we make about $35,000 a year. We do get to buy motorcycles and stuff and write that off. So I mean, it's not like we're struggling, but yeah, we're not made of money. So I will be posting more videos about products and reviews, and really it's about time that I do that, because I've been testing many of the products that I'll be recommending to you for years now. So long that the people who sent me the products are like, write him off, he's not going to do a review. But no, I am. So this is not just stuff that I got from Temu in the mail, and I'm going to hawk it without trying it or, riding one time with it. This is like well-worn adventure gear that has been through thousands of miles of tough terrain, both on my rallies, which if you've been on a rally, you know that it's not a cakewalk, and while scouting the eveRide Loop, which is if you've been on the eveRide Loop, you know that that's not a cakewalk either. And this is the stuff that I can honestly, confidently say is worth every one of your hard-earned pennies. Speaking of the eveRide Loop, that has taken 2 years, hundreds of hours, quite a lot of my own money spent on hotels, bike parts, gas, just general things, and an enormous amount of work to develop. And I promised that I would release those tracks for free, and I will. I'm going to keep that promise. You're absolutely going to love this route. But if you do find value in my work that it's taken to map all those tracks, I would appreciate a small donation if you plan on downloading and using those when I get them uploaded. Now, why aren't those uploaded yet? I was getting them ready at the beginning of the rally season, but the tablet that I used to scout many of the trails was actually destroyed in that crash with my arm. But I am pretty good with remembering trails and routes, and I was riding them a lot this whole last season. So I can remember and put those trails together, and the full eveRide Loop will hopefully be available soon. It's not like I've got a whole lot else going on. Granted, the tablet did have the lion's share of information about camping spots and lodging and really detailed trail descriptions and all that. So what I release may be less informative than what I was preparing on that tablet, but I've got to make do with what I've got. And what I've got is memories, and hopefully those will suffice, and I can direct you for good on that eveRide loop. But guys, the type of value that I really enjoy providing most involves knowing your name and shaking your hand, giving a man hug if I know you're okay, and looking you in the eyes, knowing that I did my very best to give you an amazing riding experience on a rally. Well, obviously, with the injuries and the recent issues with the BLM that I talked about a couple videos ago, we've had to really adapt our little mom and pop business to survive. Obviously, I can't get out there and guide you myself this season, and perhaps not next season or even ever again. If the moto hating SUA suck up BLM has anything to do with it. But Jess and I still want to provide value to this community and obviously keep our business alive and mitigate the risks like broken arms and broken ribs and all these other things long term. So I still want to share Southwest Utah with you. Jesse still wants to cook for you. We still want to meet you and host you and show you an amazing time and a great value. So what we did, we averaged the cheapest weekday rates, not weekend rates, but weekday rates for the first 20 hotels listed by Google in St. George, Utah, where we live, where we ride. And that average price comes to about $125 nightly rate. And that average includes some really seedy $50 a night places that the cops and the coroners tend to visit kind of regularly, if you know what I mean. Not the kind of places you really want to stay. So we want to be equivalent to that average. So for riders who come out solo, we are going to ask $150 a night. And if you can rope in a friend and come in a party of 2 to 4 people, it's $125 per rider. If you've got a big party of 4 or more, it's $100 per rider. Now, that doesn't just include lodging. We're going above and beyond what the hotels can do. That includes all your food. That's breakfast food, lunch grub, trail snacks, hot dinners every night, either home cooked by Jesse or from some of the best restaurants in Southwest Utah. And I can tell you, and so can the people who have come on the rallies, the restaurants are great, but Jesse's cooking is really what people come back to the rallies for. It also includes, of course, a secure garage with pretty much all the tools you'd ever need to work on your motorcycle. We've got a hot tub, a massage chair, a 110-inch theater screen, a full kitchen, full laundry room, and 3 bedrooms with 8 beds. To take it a step further, we also lend out pack talks and noise-canceling earbuds to those who want them. And while I won't be able to ride with you, I can still provide you with an intimate knowledge of the area's trails, and I can coach you before each ride with where to ride and provide detailed GPS routes customized for your riding preferences. In fact, a great idea from my friend Nigel, who came to the last rally, is for you to write down timestamps from locations from some of your favorite eveRide videos, and we can show you exactly how to get there. So, it's still kind of guided, and we can still show you how to get there, but hey, no problem with the arm, no problem with the BLM. You just go out there, but we don't also want to send you out with just a map and like a pat on the back for good luck. It is nice to have somebody familiar with the area. So if you've been on 3 or more eveRide rallies, we're offering a crazy rate for you, especially you repeat offenders. If you're familiar with the area and can help navigate the trails with a group of your own, the cost is $50 a day, which is what we budget the cost of food per rider per day. So you're kind of coming for free. We've also got a couple bikes that you might consider renting, including a KTM 500, a KTM 300 XCW, GPX FSE 250, and of course the new hotness, the Kove 450 Rally. And rental prices start at $125 per day. So you could come ride for a couple of days for just super cheap, probably cheaper than it would take to camp and get your own food. Anyway, guys, I didn't want to make this video like, oh, please help me with a GoFundMe or something like that. I mean, nothing against people who need some support and use GoFundMe. But again, I want to provide value. I want to keep my business going. I want to keep my business strong, not just have some one-off thing where people just send money my way and then they're like, oh, anyway. So if you want to come out and see Southwest Utah, now is the perfect time. And as always, so much love and gratitude for even watching my videos. Now that I'm kind of looking at YouTube again, there are so many channels out there that do a far better job than I can do as just one man. So many better riders, far better mechanics, so much better information. I honestly feel like I'm just the last of like a bygone motovlogging era and just slowly fading into irrelevance. So it does mean a lot that you'd spend your valuable time watching my utterly outclassed videos. Anyway, much love as always. Hopefully we'll have some better news next video. Thanks again for watching. eveRide out.